Yes, hey Roses, I'm back to do another manga review, and this time it is on Demon Slayer, otherwise known as Kimetsu no Yaiba. I just finished the series last night, so I can kind of give like my full thoughts on it while it's still fresh in my head. For those that don't know Demon Slayer, this follows the story of Tanjiro Kamado, who sells coal for his family to earn money so that they can have enough to eat, and he comes home from one of his trips down the mountain to sell the coal only to realize that his family has been murdered, but his younger sister Nezuko has actually been turned into a demon. So now it's about him trying to figure out, okay, what can I do? Is there a way for me to reverse this? Like, what should I do? Type of thing. And this is Tanjiro, this is Nezuko. Just for those that are wondering. So he joins the Demon Slayer Corps to try to figure out a way not only help make himself stronger, but also see if they know of a way to turn people that were demons back into humans, if that makes sense. And he ends up making friends with the cowardly Zenitsu, who has a certain style to his sword, and Inotsuke, a man who is basically raised by boars, who also has his own style of using his sword. I'm not gonna say what it means, like the style, because there's so many different ones, but Zenitsu uses one, Inotsuke uses another, and Tanjiro starts off with one. But it's interesting to just see how he develops with it, is all I'm gonna say. But he also meets the Hashira, who are these really strong demon slayers who are like at the top of the Demon Slayer Corps. So you have, just to give a few names, you have Shinobu, who was someone that used poison. Her blade was really small, but it had a little hole in it, so every time she stabbed a demon, it would inject poison. You have the fan favorite Rengoku, who was known as the Flame Hashira. You have Himejima, who is the Stone Hashira. You have Kanroji, who's the Love Hashira. Iburo, who is the Serpent Hashira. Trying to think, does it actually tell? And Giyu, who's the Wada Hashira. I did say his name right. Iguro, cool, good. Shinazugawa, who is the Wind Hashira. The only reason I'm showing this cover specifically is because this is like the most non-spoiler cover that I thought of. And people that watch this review might disagree with me with that statement, but for something that happens in this volume, it's not noticeable. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, I did say Kanroji. And for those wondering, this is what Nezuko looks like when she's a demon. So. Trying to think of the other Hashira's names, because there's more, but I'm just missing it. And God, the villain looks creepy in this one. Sheesh. Sorry, I just happened to flip through and saw that. Not gonna show that, obviously, due to spoilers, but I think of the trio of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. Personally, I feel like Inosuke is kind of like the comic relief character, just in my opinion, just because of his antics and how he basically interacts with people. He's always wanting to battle somebody so he can become even stronger than he already is. But he's already pretty freaking strong as it is. His sword techniques are super, super powerful, which, given the style that he uses, makes sense. Because, like I said, he was raised by boars, technically. He did have a birth mother. I'm not going to go into specifics about that, but basically, towards the end, he finds out what happened to her. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, ignore my... trying to figure out which way to point. There. Ignore that. I have another YouTuber that I follow on very, very low volume, just enough where I can hear it, but the mic doesn't pick it up. I have his video playing in the background, mostly because he's reviewing a music video that just came out, and I was really curious about his opinion. And I forgot to pause it when I started filming, so just ignore that. Sean, if you happen to come across this manga review, which I doubt because you don't read manga, hi. He has a K-pop reaction channel called, what is it? BKP Reacts. It was, Break K-pop Reacts or something like that, but that was BKP. He shortened it. Side, that was a major tangent. Whoa. But like I said, I really did enjoy the series. I do think it is worth your time if you are interested in reading this, because it's not as long as some shoujos tend to be. I feel like a lot of the shonen. I feel like a lot of the shonen series tend to be really, really long. Example, One Piece is on volume 105 right now. Haikyuu ended at 45. Inuyasha was at, like, in the 40s, I think. Bleach is in the 70s right now. I want to say Magi is in the... or no, My Hero Academia is in the 30s or 40s now, so a lot of the shonen series tend to be fairly long, which is why a lot of the times I don't gravitate towards the shonen series as much as I do shoujo, which you guys, in my previous ones, you'll know that a good majority of the series I've reviewed so far are shoujo. That is because they are short and easy to get through, and I can enjoy the entire story in under 20 volumes. Like I said, this one is not that long at 23, so I don't mind that. So if you're like me and don't like trying to tackle a series that is like super duper long, I would recommend this. I would also recommend this if you are fans of Inuyasha, because to me it's kind of set in a similar time period. The plot lines are super different, but it feels like it's set in a similar enough time period to this that I feel like fans of Inuyasha would like it, personally. I also think if you just like the idea of different sword techniques and different sword elements throughout your manga, then you would like this a lot as well, because there are so many different breathing styles, it is insane. There was one point where I had actually lost track of who did what, but I managed to fix that, thankfully. But with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this manga review of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. I am excited to start the anime now, because I wanted to read the manga first before I started the anime, so I am excited to start that soon. I'm currently going through a show with John or Riva, as some of you guys know him as. So once we finish that one, we're either going to do Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan, now that Attack on Titan is through. I've watched all of AOT, he has not. He watched the first season, but then I think he stopped after season 2, which I'm just like, it only goes up from there. Anyway, with all that being said, I will talk to you guys soon in another video at another time. Bye, roses. Annyeong.